Testing 1 2 3 test. Test 1 2 3. Can you hear me? You talk?
Test 1 2 3. Testing 1 2.
The Wesleyan student athletes and introduce athletics. The 5 core values of the NAI are respect, integrity, responsibility, servant leadership, and sportsmanship. We at Southwestern Christian University and the Student Athletic Conference ask that spectators respect fellow fans, competitors, and officials for today's game. Thank you.
Mic check live stream. Mic check live stream. All right, good afternoon and welcome to Southwestern Christian University basketball, home of the Eagles. I'm Danny Nix, going to be bringing you the play-by-play today, joined by Steve Davis, who will do the color as long as his voice lasts.
That's right.
We're not sure how long that will be, but we'll see what happens. If his voice goes, we'll make him go do a camera or something like that to earn his keep to hang around. What do you think, Steve?
I've done both at the same time.
At the same time. Well,
you have too, I'm sure.
That's because you're multi-talented. Hey, I did soccer.
I think they were desperate.
I did soccer and run the camera and play-by-play at the same time.
Wow.
That's interesting in itself, because soccer can be very, very boring at times. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you have to know a lot about soccer to understand it. So.
Yeah, and I know a little bit. So my son is a soccer player, and so I've learned a few things about soccer. All right, today Southwestern will be taking on Texas Wesleyan Rams. The Rams are 7-15 on the season. They're 5-9 in the conference. The Eagles are 8-13 overall for the year, and they're 4-11 in the conference. So. By looking at the records, this should be a good game.
It should be, and I'm looking forward to that. It's always nice to have a fun game to watch and not just a blowout all the time. Let's look at what's going on today in the game. The Lady Eagles entered today's game with a record of 8 wins and 13 losses, 4-1 in the Sooner Athletic Conference. That's sitting at number 10 in the Sooner Athletic Conference. The Lady Eagles have struggled over the past 10 games with a record of 3-7. The Eagles' last victory came on the road against Oklahoma Panhandle State Aggies. That's on January 27th. They won 75-65. The Lady Eagles return home after traveling to Waxahachie, Texas, where they lost to Southwestern Assemblies of God University on Thursday, 60-66. The one bright spot for the Eagles is Eliora Johnson, the 5'11 senior from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. She's led the charge with a game-high 19 points and 26 rebounds in the loss to Southwestern's Assemblies of God. Johnson notched her 6th consecutive double-double, and it's the 14th of the season. She's corralled 20 rebounds or more 5 times this season and leads the NAI Division I in rebounding at 14, just over 14 rebounds per game. Texas Wesleyan University Rams coming in from Fort Worth, Texas. The Rams entered today's game with an overall record of 7-15. The Rams sit in 7th position in the Sooner Athletic Conference at 5-9. Over the past 10 games, the Rams are 4-6, and they're on a 4-game losing streak, having won their last, 4-game losing streak. They haven't won any of the last 2 games. I wrote that down wrong in my notes.
So not only is your voice in trouble, your brain's in trouble.
That's right. Let's look at the game leaders for the Rams. Nicole Gleason. She is from Heath, Texas. Played for Rockwall Heath, and she is a sophomore guard, and she averaged 12 points a game. Evie Worley is coming in, averaging 6 rebounds a game. Kara Sukurla, she's averaging 3.2 assists a game. Lorraine Benjamin is averaging 2.8 steals a game, and Adriana Davis has 0.6 blocks a game. Looking at the Eagles, Eliora Johnson, she's a leader in most of the main categories for the team. She's leading with 16 points per game, shooting 44% from the field. She's also the leader with rebounds, averaging just over 14 rebounds a game. She's the leader in steals with almost 2 a game, and blocks with 1 a game, and assists is Kylie Vestal at 2.84.
She's also going to come up and do play-by-play and the color here in a little while, so just to prepare you.
That's right. We had a really good conversation with her after the ladies' last home game, and just talking about everything that went on to get those double-doubles.
All right, we're going to take it down to the floor to Ron Drake, who's the PA announcer for the Eagles, and he's going to do the opening ceremonies along with the starting lineups.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Pickens Springer Gymnasium, home of the SCU Eagles. This afternoon's contest. At this time, we ask you please rise for the playing of our national anthem. Today's visiting team is Texas Wesleyan University, and here's their starting lineup. Starting at guard, number 0, Adriana Davis. At guard, number 2, Kara Sicarella. At guard, number 10, Tommy Sanchez. At guard, number 15, Evie Worley. And at guard, number 24, Lexi Burns. And now the lineup for your Lady Eagles, starting at guard. Number 1, Kylie Vestal. At court, number 2, Big E, Eliora Johnson. At guard, number 11, Amy Tully. At guard, number 14, Carly Freimeier. And that's on number 22, Mackenzie McJames. The ladies is coached by Mark Elton, assisted by Jared Black and Kylie Severin.
All right, so we're just about ready for action. Coaches meeting with their teams for the last time. The Eagles will be in light gray, trimmed in blue, going right to left, while the Rams are in a dark blue, trimmed in white, going left to right.
It's interesting that the Rams, they start 5 guards on their team. The tallest is their leading scorer. She's 5'11", sophomore from Heath, Texas. That's Nicole Gleason, averaging 12 points a game.
Sanchez will be jumping for the Rams, while for the Eagles, Elioria Johnson, the ball's in the air, and Johnson wins that for the Eagles. So Vestal has the ball, going to set it up for the offense for the first time for the Eagles. Vestal dribbles back up top, now back to the wing. Cross court to Tully. Tully to Freimeyer. Bounce pass on the inside to Johnson. She spins, shoots, and leaves that well short. The Rams come back with the rebound. Rams setting it up on the offensive end. Nice pass to the inside to Sanchez, and she kicks it back out on the wing to Burns, who buries a three-point shot.
Yeah, we need to extend our defense out a little bit. Looks like the Rams are in a 2-3 zone.
Vestal inside to Johnson, back outside to Tully, and she buries her own three.
Yeah, that's a good sign. That's a good sign there for Amy Tully. Like to get her. We'd like to get Ellie a little bit of scoring help.
Outside, Worley kicks it around the horn over to the far side to Sanchez. Back up top to Burns. Burns dribbles in the paint, kicks it back out. Now three-point shot put up. That goes in and out by number 24, Burns. Johnson on the rebound for the Eagles, and back comes Freimeyer with the ball. Tully on the far side dribbles into the paint. Great pass to Jans, and Jans scores.
That's nice driving dish there. Jans shot that ball with a lot of confidence as well.
Up at the top, Ciccarello with the ball.
Eagles are in a 2-3 zone as well.
Looks inside, passes it on the inside to Sanchez. She dribbles across the paint and kicks it back to the outside. Now she gets the ball again, and she banks in a three and shakes her head. She didn't know how that went in.
You'll take any kind of shot that goes in. That's
any
for sure.
kind. Even if you didn't mean it to go that way.
Sometimes you just got to act like you did it on purpose.
Act like you know what you're doing. That's what I always did. Long shot by Vestal. She drills her three, so a lot of three-point shots going in here early for both teams.
Looks like they're going to pick up full court after this.
Freimeyer applying the pressure to Ciccarella.
A lot of times they just use this pressure just to waste some time off the shot clock.
Change the pace. Dribbling in, putting up a shot and missing from point blank is Davis. Back come the Eagles.
You'd think with the name Davis, she'd make every shot.
You would think. Three put up by Tully. Left that a little short. The rebound pulled down by the Rams. Back up court they come. Putting up and making a two-point shot is Sanchez. That's 5 points in the game now for her. Vestal setting it up for the Eagles. Kicks it in. Jant, she spins, finds herself wide open, and then there's going to be a foul call as Davis had to foul her as she was going in for an easy bucket.
Yeah, Davis tried to go over the top and get the steal, and she got behind Jans. Jans took it right to the basket, and she got knocked down hard.
She'll go to the line to shoot 2 shots. 8-8 tie here with 6:12 left in the first quarter. First shot's up in the air.
Barely got the rim.
And missed. Checking into the game for the Rams is number 30, Nicole Gleason. 5'11" guard from Heath, Texas. Jans misses them both. Back comes the Rams. Ball's going to go off of the foot on a bad pass from Sicarella to Burns.
I can't say it was defensive pressure that caused that. I think she just had a bad pass and it hit off her foot.
Bad pass pressure.
That's right. Nice inside pass.
Vestal wide open for a 3, misses that one. Jans fighting for the rebound, comes away with it, gets it back to Fry Miller. Over to Tully on the far wing. Back across the court to Fry Miller. Now she goes into the paint. Back to Tully. Shot put up short.
Got some good play there, inside out. Like the ball movement.
Sicarella sets up the offense for the Rams. Kicks it inside to Sanchez. Now back outside. A 3-point shot put up and missed by Gleason, and an offensive rebound. No good. Fight for the rebound, and Johnson. Great job coming away with it for the Eagles. Freimeyer spins and then kicks it back to Vestal to reset the offense with 4:55 left here in the first quarter. Vestal with a shot from the top of the circle.
Drained it, nothing but net. You gotta like that. She's playing with confidence right now.
Back comes Sicarella for the Rams with the ball. Vestal on her, man-to-man defense. Oh, Jans tried to anticipate the pass, just missed it by milliseconds, and it left a wide open rim for an easy bucket.
She almost had that.
Ten to 10. 4 minutes left in the first quarter. Fry Miller to Jans in the near corner, back up to Vestal.
It's like they're in a man-to-man defense now. They've changed from the 2-3 zone.
Vestal drives in all the way, and she gets fouled. See who they call it on. They had a couple of them there that could call it on, and they're going to call it on Gleason.
That's good. That's their leading scorer, and it's one of the taller ladies on the court, so if we can get her in foul trouble and off the court, that'd be great.
Vestal at the line, makes the first one. Checking into the games for these Eagles is number 21.
You know, Vestal's having a really good year this year. I know with Andy McGill, when she went down, that put a lot more pressure on Vestal, but she's really responded well.
You know, she played enough last year to really get some great experience for this year, and it's really helped her.
Yeah, she's got a lot of confidence in her shooting. She's at 83% on free throw line. She doesn't mind the contact or anything like that.
Three-point shot put up, hard off the back rim by Worley. Fight for the rebound. Rams come away with it, and then Eleora Johnson steals it for the Eagles. Gives it to Vestal, back up court to Freimeyer. She goes in. She's going to get fouled as she was spinning to shoot. That foul's going to go on Benjamin, who's in the game now for the Rams.
One thing I noticed on that defensive end is that when the ball was coming off the rim, it looked like our ladies were waiting for Ellie Johnson to get the rebound and not going for it themselves. Kind of get lulled into that.
Johnson with the strong move, misses the shot, but foul's going to be called on Gleason. That's going to be her second foul here early.
When you have somebody that's racking up so many rebounds a game, you tend to expect her to
tend to watch.
Grab them. Yeah, yeah. And instead of going aggressively for them yourself.
Gleason's going to check out, and Sanchez is going to check back in for hers. Johnson's shot bounds around and falls in. Second shot is up, and that one falls off the front of the rim. So it's 14-10, Eagles lead at the 3-minute mark here in the first quarter. How about 13-10? Wide open, missing the shot. She was so wide open was Trice, who's in the game.
I haven't seen an air ball from that close in a while.
Shot put up by Freimeyer, no good. Back come the Rams with the ball. It takes work to miss it that bad. Driving in, missing the shot was Worley. She hit the bottom of the backboard. Long three put up and buried by Johnson. Lakeney Johnson for the Eagles. We got two Johnsons in there right now.
Well, Oklahoma Wesleyan there called a timeout. Coach isn't too happy about leaving the 3 zone, and we started hitting some of our outside shots, which is something that, if you were looking at a scouting report, you would think we wouldn't have to guard us on those 3-point shots. We're just so bad this year on those. I was talking to Coach Black, the assistant coach, about our outside shooting, and he said it's fortunate we.
Ball deflected out into the paint. Rams corral it. Long three going to be put up. That's going to be short that time by Sanchez. Vestal back with the ball with the Eagles. Fakes a pass, loses it. Rams regain control. And Fuller comes back up court for the Rams. Shot put up short again. Johnson with another rebound for the Eagles. That'll be her 6th here in the first quarter alone. Vestal to Freimeyer. She gets it back to Vestal. Vestal hunting for Freimeyer on the far wing now. Back to Vestal. She kicks it open to a Morley who misses it, but Johnson with an offensive rebound puts it up and in. Minute 5 left in the first quarter. Eagles up by 8 points.
It's a good first quarter for us. Shooting at 50% from the field, that's great.
Shot put up and missed by Fuller for the Rams.
I think that's Johnson's 6th rebound.
Actually, I think it may be her 7th. Once they missed, I think they didn't get that putback she had down here a while ago yet. Johnson dribbles underneath, throws up a shot, no good. Rams come away with it. Bounce pass inside, kicks it back to Secarilla, and she's going to drill a 3.
And that's what happens when you gamble on a 2-3 zone. You leave a shooter wide open.
Vestal with a long 3 just misses, and that's going to be end of your first quarter. Eagles up over the Rams 18-13.
Eagles had a really good first quarter. They were shooting 46% from the field on 6 of 13. Three-point wise, they're at 37.5%, 3 of 8. And they've made 50% of their free throws. The Texas Wesleyan Rams are shooting at 33% for 5 of 15 from the 3-point line. They're 3 of 7 for 42%, and they haven't shot any free throws yet, which is good. Rebound-wise, the Eagles have 9 rebounds, 2 offensive, 7 defensive, and the Rams have 11, 3 offensive and 8 defensive. Look at our scoring leaders. Looks like for the has 3, and Lexi Burns is with 3 for the Eagles. The Eagles are led by Kylie Vestal with 7, followed by Ellie Johnson with 3, Amy Tully with 3, Lincoln Johnson with 3, and Mackenzie Jans with 2. So as we get going here, looks like the Rams are going to be inbounding the ball to start the second quarter.
All right. Making some adjustments to something.
Yeah, the coach was yelling for a double high post on this opening set.
So Rams inbound it. We're back to action. Cross court pass to Fuller. Now back up top, passing the inside. And a great anticipation there by Tully. She stole that pass intended to the Ram player here in the near corner. Judkins in the game now for the Eagles. To Tully. Tully. Cross court to Judkins. Nice pass into Johnson. She spins and shoots, misses, grabs her own rebound. We're going to have a foul called. That foul's going to be on the Rams, and that'll go against Sanchez.
Yeah, there hadn't been a lot of personal fouls in this game. It's been pretty clean. It's good to see Ellie Johnson try get a call for her. A lot of times this year she's been inside and has been banged around some with her shots, and the shots just haven't been called as fouls.
She misses her first free throw, gets ready for her second. Second one's good.
Eagles drop back into a 2-3 zone.
So the Eagles, Coach Arthur has used everybody off the bench now. Oh, just missing as it banked off was McClure with a long shot. Rams grab the rebound. Benjamin sets it up for the Rams, hands it off to McClure, far side. 3-point shot up and buried by Burns. That's her second 3 of the game. Judkins bringing the ball up court for the Eagles. Pass to Richardson. Richards a little slow responding to that pass. Nearly had it stolen, but the Eagles get it as the ball went out of bounds off the Rams. Johnson up top to Tully to Jance. Nice pass into Johnson. She misses from point blank. Thought she got fouled. And now we're going to have a foul called on the Eagles.
21. Johnson, her first person.
And Johnson, Lakeney Johnson will be called for that foul on the Eagles.
Yeah, it did look like Ellie Johnson, a lower body on her, and it caused her to adjust her shot. But again, a lot of times this year, nothing's been said, nothing's been called.
For the Rams. Tully. Lakeney dribbles in, finds Eliora wide open. She misses it, grabs her own rebound, puts it back up. Rams on the attack. Burns kicks it in. Now cross-court pass to McClure. She drives in, loses control of it, nearly stolen by Judkins. Now shot put up from point blank, no good. And we're going to have a foul called on the Rams on the ground. Who do they call it on? Oh. Going to call it on Eliora Johnson going over the back.
Yeah, I don't know. She's a lot taller than the other one, so.
She went over the head.
Mm-hmm. That probably should not have been called at all.
blocks the shot. Arthur wants a timeout for the Eagles.
Yeah, Coach Arthur is not happy about that. They worked hard on the defensive end. They got the steal. They made a bad pass inside. And then to top things off, they didn't hustle back down the court and let them get a wide open. You had a bad pass or lazy on defense. Got a new group in. Looks like the starting five is back in for us.
Vestal bringing the ball up for the Eagles, crosses the half-court line. Kicks it to Freimeyer, up top now to Jans, to Tully. Back to Vestal up top. Vestal finds Freimeyer. And ball's taken away from her, an easy breakaway for Benjamin, and she scores.
Got to do a little bit better ball protection there. And then hustle back on defense.
Vestal back with the ball to Freimeyer. Back to Tully. Tully spins, finds a wide open Johnson cutting underneath for an easy basket.
Yeah, that was a great backdoor cut there by Johnson. We see that probably 2, 3, 4 times a game.
Rams back on the attack. Ball stolen by the Eagles as Benjamin trying to make a pass, was stolen away by the Eagles. Tully wide open for a 3. She stepped into that and buried it.
She had
a lot of confidence.
Yeah, a lot of confidence in that. It was a good step in.
Foul going to be called on Tully for the Eagles.
Yeah, she tried to jump out on that pass, got a little bit out of position on her defense, and then she just couldn't hustle back, and she ended up getting the body on the called
of the game for the Rams went out of bounds, and they gave it to the Rams, and they keep it to the Rams. Now they change it again.
She went,
came over and talked to the ref, and he pointed the other way, and she still pointed the other direction. Then the other ref went over and corrected her.
Everybody saw it except her and number 22, Brooke McClure.
Vestal setting the ball up, gets it to Johnson. Johnson tries to make a pass. We're going to have a foul on the floor.
McClure, number 22, she was holding Jans. Wouldn't let her roll to the basket.
Vestal going to inbounds the ball for the Eagles. All the way out top to Jans. Jans to Freimeyer. Freimeyer to Tully. Tully back to Freimeyer. Inside to Jans to Vestal. Good ball movement. Back to Freimeyer. Now she's going to dribble in. Splits, tries to split the defense, and going to have a foul called. And that's going to go on Freimeyer.
She went in strong. Should have did a little pocket pass to Johnson when the defender slid over. But when you're heading to the basket, a lot of times you don't think about that. You just think about getting fouled and scoring.
Zuccarella makes a pass over to Worley, who's back in the game. Cross-court pass. Shot put up and manages to get it to go in by Sanchez. Hit the front of the rim, bounced over it, and went in.
Yeah, the Eagles had a little bit different defensive look there. They were trapping up high, and actually Ellie Johnson came out to do a lot of the high trap on that.
Jans with the ball for the Eagles. Look inside. Kicks it to the wing. Jans inside to Johnson. She spins and makes a shot. Good shot by Elior for her 10th point. About to get a double-double. Worley kicks it here in the wing To Sanchez, she dribbles around, back up top. To Sicarilla. To Worley, that nearly a bad pass, nearly stolen away by Freimeyer, and shot put up and no good. Worley comes down with the rebound for the Rams, and she's going to get fouled. Let's see who they call that on. Jans will be called for it with her first personal foul of the game. 15 foul. That's going to send Worley to the line to shoot 2.
She's a 60% free throw shooter.
And makes the first one.
Of course.
Second one in the air and gets that one to roll in. Now we're going to have a timeout called by the Rams as Coach Trashier wants to talk to his team. So at the 3:38 mark here in the second quarter, Eagles are up on top by 2 points, 28.
Bad foul trouble. The Eagles will be shooting 2 shots on their next foul due to the fact that the Rams have fouled us 5 times in this quarter already. Bench scoring is led by the Rams, 6-3. Points in the paint are even at 8 apiece. Second chance points are Rams are up by 1, 5-4, and points off turnovers are Rams leading 6-5. And looking at those, it looks like that's the reason why we're at a 2-point ball game. Both teams are playing really close.
Kind of would expect that. All right, back to action. Vestal for the Eagles, kicks it to Johnson. Johnson spins, makes a move, goes strong, and scores. She's scored a couple of times there after that strong move just on the right side of the basket at the baseline, using the backboard. Back come the Rams. Sicarilla up top. Kicks it to Worley. Worley dribbles baseline, makes a great move and scores. Really good move to split the defense.
Yeah, she split that defensive double team going down the baseline.
Vestal back for the Eagles. Weimeyer's Vestal's pass was a little weak and was stolen by Worley, and she goes down and scores again. So now we have a tie ball game.
Their coach is really asking them to turn the pressure up on defense. That time it paid off.
Freimeyer to Jantz. Dribbles baseline, kicks it back out to Freimeyer, who's going to fire a 3 short. Fight for the rebound. The Rams come away with it as Sanchez grabbed that ball. Nearly a walk there by Sicarilla. She kicks it inside, then goes back outside. She's got the ball again. Now over to Davis. Ball going to be stolen away by the Eagles. Back they come. Tully goes hard, throws up a wild shot, almost went in but didn't, and guess who's there? Johnson with her 10th rebound and now her 14th point, so she's got a double-double already. I don't know how you get 26 rebounds in one game. That's unheard of.
I know, it is.
Rams, Worley on the far side, kicks it back up to Sanchez, now to Sicarilla, back to Worley. She's going to drive in, knocks down Johnson, no foul call. Fight for the rebound, it's going to go out of bounds off of Worley and belong to the Eagles. Johnson got hit hard.
Yeah, she's got a look of pain on her face. Hurt her elbow, it looked like.
I got pain on my face watching her.
Picking them up man-to-man now.
Vestal hands it to Tully, far side. She goes hard into the paint. We're going to have a foul called. And it's going to be on the Rams, number 20. Benjamin, that's her second foul.
It's good to see Tully being aggressive there.
Eagles. To Tully, back to Vestal. Vestal's going to let loose a long 3. Leaves that one a little short. Worley comes away with the ball for the Rams.
Yeah, coach wasn't happy with that shot.
Hands it to Sicarilla. Now a long 3 put up and rolls in by Sanchez. That's her 10th point of the game.
Yeah, that's a 6-point swing there. We missed a 3. They made a 3. Vestal was really far out from that 3-point line when she shot that as well.
Morley back to Vestal for the Eagles. Inside to Johnson. Johnson makes a move, goes in, shoots, misses. One to foul, no foul called. And Fuller comes away with the rebound for the Rams. 24 seconds left here in the second quarter. Eagles are down by 1 point now to the Rams, 33-32. Nine seconds. They're willing to wait for that last second shot. Burns goes in, hands it off. Shot put up, no good. Johnson with the rebound, and that's going to be your halftime. So Johnson with 14 points and 11 rebounds there in that first half. Eagles are on the short end of the stick right now, 33-32 at halftime to the Rams.
Let my stats adjust here, and we'll run down the scoring and the team stats for you. Let's look at the Texas Wesleyan Rams. On their team scoring, they're led by Tommy Sanchez with 10 points. Evie Worley has 8 points. Lexi Burns with 6 points. Felicia Fuller has 4. Kara Sakura has 3. Lorraine Benjamin with 2. And that totals to 33 points for the half for them. For the Eagles, all scoring is led by Eleanor Johnson with 14. She also has 11 rebounds in this half. Total rebounds for the team is 13, and she has 11 of those. So she is really carrying the load for the Eagles. Also, second behind Johnson in scoring is Kylie Vestal with 7, followed by Amy Tully with 6. Lakin Johnson with 3, Mackenzie Jans with 2. And that totals of 32 points for the half. If we look at the shooting percentage, Texas Wesleyan Rams are shooting 41, almost 42% of 13 of 31 from the field. They're at 50% from the three-point line of 5 of 10. At 12 of 26. 13, 4 offensive and 9 defensive. Pretty close on assists and steals and turnovers and team fouls. Everything is pretty even, and that talks a lot about what the score is at 33-32. Bench scoring, the Texas Wesleyan is leading the bench scoring battle at 6-3. Points in the paint are tied at 12. Second chance points, the Eagles are up by 1, 6-5. And points off turnovers, the Rams are up 8-7. All right, that concludes our recap of the first half scores. And we'll be back shortly to begin the second half.
So as we, excuse me, get ready for second half action here. The Eagles down by 1 point, 33-32. Give you the upcoming action for the Eagles. Today's the 10th, so the guys play right after this game. You still got time to get here, so come on out. And then Monday, the Eagles play at St. Gregory's.
No, they don't.
That's what I got. Did it get canceled?
St. Gregory's is not open anymore.
Oh, they need to take this off of the...
No, we actually get a forfeit win, though.
Okay. Do we have to show up to get that forfeit win?
No. It's just a 2-0 win.
2-0 win, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So then we play Thursday night at Oklahoma City University, 6 and 8 o'clock. They're at Oklahoma City University, so we'd love to have y'all come out and support the Eagles on the road. And then they play again, from what I see, on surely they don't play till on the 17th, which is a week from today. Here they'll be playing at 2 o'clock and 5 o'clock. Central Christian College. So next Saturday we will be here. Come join us.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, they're doing down there. They in a row. And my question is, February 14th is coming up.
Yeah.
Got anything special plans?
No, my wife is leaving for Argentina tomorrow afternoon.
Is that a Valentine's gift to you?
No, that was to her. She's going with a group called The Awakening that my son and daughter-in-law are in charge of. She's going to Argentina for 1 week with them.
Nice.
And then that is where she is from.
Oh, okay.
So she's going to go about 6 hours out of Buenos Aires, Argentina, and visit all of her relatives for a week.
Wow. She probably doesn't get to do that very often at all.
No, it's been it's been over 10 years since she's been down there to see.
That's nice that you let her do that.
Yes, that's pretty nice Valentine's banquet or day present. All right, we are getting ready for second half action here as the coaches are meeting with both teams, giving them final direction. This could be a great second half, I believe.
It is, and the Eagles can help themselves out by just reducing the turnovers. They had only 5, but some of those turnovers came at a really bad time when they had a great defensive stand, and then they'd go down and just throw a bad pass or something like that. And then also they probably need to work inside out, work it inside to Ellie Johnson and Mackenzie Jans, and then do the kick out to the three-point line. See if we can get some of the Rams into foul trouble. Nobody really is to start the second half. The only person that has anywhere close is Lorraine Benjamin, number 20.
Eagles get the ball starting the second half, and starting 5 are in there for the Eagles. Freimeyer tries to make a pass into Tully. That didn't go, and now we're going to have a foul called on the floor, and the foul is going to be called on the Rams. Sanchez. That'll be her second foul of the game. It'll be Eagles ball on the far side. So pick up a foul early within 12 seconds.
Yeah, we need to probably go inside to Ellie Johnson because she's being guarded by Sanchez. See if we can get a quick foul pulled up on her.
Get into the bonus early here. Vestal kicks it to Freimeyer. Freimeyer dribbles around up top into Johnson. Johnson tries to make a backdoor pass to Vestal. That wasn't a very well-advised pass as the Rams steal it and head back up the other direction. And then they throw it away as Davis couldn't corral that.
On the offensive end, Vestal didn't get the ball into Johnson when she came down the baseline. She was wide open, and then Johnson bad pass to Vestal. So it's not a good start for us.
Vestal to Tully. Tully dribbles far side. Hands it off to Johnson. Back to Vestal. Vestal's going to pull up from 3, just short. Fight for the rebound. Johnson gets it for the Eagles. Says, calm down, let's reset. Plenty of time. Vestal Kicks it over to Jans, inside to Johnson. Johnson spins, shoots her patent and bank shot, but that one didn't go. A little hard on that one. Back comes Sanchez. Johnson on her. Hands it to Burns, now up top to Sicarilla.
Doing a man-to-man defense for the Eagles.
Worley over to Sicarilla. She's going to let loose a long three. That's no good. And Tully comes away with the rebound that time for the Eagles. Vestal brings it up. Sets up the offense, dribbles in, pulls back, gives it to Jans over on the far side to Frymiller, now inside to Johnson. Johnson spins, turns, shoots, falls off, no good.
Now Johnson's posting up too far out of the lane. She needs to be right on that box at the bottom of the lane.
Rams back with the ball. Worley kicks it out to Sanchez. She lets loose a three. That's well short. Johnson with another rebound. That's 13 for her. Back come the Eagles. We'll be keeping the 20 watch on her. Tully spins, shoots from the baseline. Eagles on top.
Nice spin move there. That's kind of her shot, isn't it? It's her go-to shot.
Yep.
Drive in, stop, spin.
And make it. Going to have a foul on Jans as she held her hand out, which can't do anymore.
Her first person, second person.
That's Jan's second foul of the game. First team foul. Rams will inbound it right here below us. Sicarilla with the ball. Dribbles in. Kicks it up top. And Sanchez walked with the ball as she started to make her move.
We switched on that inbounds to a 2-3 zone instead of the man-to-man. Let's see if the Rams stay in their man-to-man. Looks like they're going to. She's got to get Johnson lower in the paint to get that inbounds. I mean that inlet pass.
Davis called for the foul for the Rams. Second team foul. The Eagles will inbounds it from the far side. Tully inbounds it. Kicks it all the way down to the other end for Vestal. Vestal to Frymire, to Jans, to Tully. Wide open Frymire underneath. Then defense gets back, and then she spins and turns and loses the ball. And back comes Worley for the Rams. Throws up a shot. That's no good. We're going to have a foul on Vestal. That's her first foul of the game.
Looks like Frymire has a problem with her contact.
At the line shooting two, Worley.
She was getting ready to run off the court, and they hadn't subbed her for her yet.
Number 31, Carly Richardson checks in for the Eagles. Worley at the line. Shots up, and she makes it. So we have a tie ball game, 34-34. Vestal looks underneath, now kicks it over to Richardson, back to Johnson, to Vestal, to Tully. Tully's going to drive into the paint, stop, shoots, misses. Eagles grab the rebound as Tully has it. Jans help keep that alive, and they kick it back out to Vestal to settle down and reset. Coach Arthur calls a play once. Inside to Johnson. She loses control of it, but grabs it before the Rams could. Back to Johnson. Johnson walked.
Yeah, she shuffled her feet a little bit. It's probably not where you want her to have the ball one-on-one.
No.
Probably want to give it to a guard and then go post up down low. Set up your position down there.
Go grab a rebound. Now we have a substitution. Gleason checking in for the Rams. She has 2 fouls. Picked those up early in about a 2-minute span there in that first half. Sicarilla with the ball for the Rams. Brings it up court. Vestal on her.
Eagles are back in a man-to-man.
Burns drives in, makes a shot. Good job. Nobody picked her up as she made a move toward the basket. Tully on the far side with the ball for the Eagles. Worley on her, dribbles up top. Now she dribbles into the paint. Throws up a shot and scores it. Great use of the backboard. Back come the Rams. Sicarilla to Gleason. And we're going to have an offensive foul called on her. That's her third foul. So been in for less than 30 seconds and picks up her third foul, and she's going to go set. Tough day.
Yeah, she kind of lowered her shoulder into the defender there. Pushed right through her.
Eagles ball, 36-36, 5:20 left here in the third quarter. Vestal hands it to Morley, who's into the game for the Eagles. And she double dribbled.
Yeah, it's just an unforced error there.
Coach Arthur says, yep, you double dribbled. Benjamin in the game for the Rams, brings it up, hands it to Burns. Worley up top to Benjamin. Shot put up, air ball. Pulled down by the Rams. Shot put up, no good. And finally Vestal comes away with the ball. Throws a long pass, well unadvised up court. Worley easily stole that. Underneath, wide open and missing the pass are the Rams. Had two girls wide open underneath there. Neither one of them could get it. Now long three put up, and that is good by the Rams. Number 24, Burns. Lexi drills that one. That's her 11th point on the game as she goes into double figures.
Yeah, she's doing well in those outside shots. She only comes in as like a 25% three-point shooter, and she's doing pretty well hitting those. You got to keep driving.
Yeah.
She stopped, and nobody had jumped in front of her. Go all the way to the hole.
Got lucky she was fouled from behind by Fuller. That'll be her first foul, but that does put Morley on the line to shoot. Eagles down by 3. She makes the point of the game. Morley. Judkins and Freimeyer comes into the game for the Eagles as Vestal and Richardson takes a seat. Second one's good. Good job by Morley making both of them.
Yeah, she looked real comfortable.
As Fry Miller was headed in. Judkins will inbound the ball for the Eagles underneath their own basket. He gets it to Tully. Tully pulls up, shoots. Oh, in and out. That should have gone, but Johnson with the rebound got fouled, and they didn't call it.
Yeah, they called it.
Yeah. That foul's going to go on Sanchez. That'll be her third foul.
Yeah, they're going to pull her out too.
Trice will come in for her at the next break. Johnson, free throws good. Johnson, 14 rebounds, 15 points. Second one in the air, that's hard, bounds around, no good. And the Rams come away with it. Now we're going to have a foul called, and that's going to be on Johnson.
Now, she'll be coming out of the game.
Corner, no good, and
yeah, she's got good position in there now. We can get that to her. There you go.
Great pass inside. She put foul and making the shot up. For the Eagles comes Lakin Johnson from Sentinel, Oklahoma. Do you know where Sentinel is? That's by Cordell. Do you know where Cordell is?
Nope.
You don't know where. Western Oklahoma. Shot missed by Trice. Judkins with the rebound for the Eagles. 44-44 with a minute 28 left.
There you go.
Lakin Johnson goes in hard and she gets fouled. That's going to put her to the line to shoot two.
Yeah, she got down the floor really quick, and nice pass to her on the wing, and drove right to the basket and got the foul for that.
That foul was on Treese. That'll be her first foul. Good job. Be the end of the 48-40.
The Rams 20-18. Second chance points are up by 2 as well. 7-5. Points off turnovers. That's really hurting us in this game. The Rams are up 14-7. We do hold a 2-point lead. So if we would get those turnovers, points off turnovers down, we would probably.
All right. See if we're back online now for a little bit. Sorry about that. 48-46 at the end of the third quarter. Rams has the ball, and we're going to have a foul on the Eagles as foul's going to be on Morley.
Morley, her first person. First team foul.
We'll see how long coach is willing to have Eleanor Johnson stay on the bench.
Well, not very long, because here she comes.
As I said that, she gets up.
You got to have.
Here's it is here.
Probably not quite as cold, but you know, I bet it's still cold when you're playing baseball. At least we're inside.
Yeah.
All right, 48-48 tie ball game. Vestal back into the game now. Starting lineups back into the game now. Freimeyer back to Vestal to Tully. Tully's going to do her thing. Drives in, pulls up, tries to make a pass to Morley, as Morley's in for Jance still, so it's not quite the starting lineup. It's going to go out of bounds and belong to the Eagles.
Yeah, we got to get something pretty quick. Can't take too much time because we only have 10 seconds on the shot clock. We got 10 minutes on the shot clock.
Oh, wow. We may have a tight game. Tully with a long three and nothing but net. Tully's having a great game. That's 17 points for her now.
Yeah, she is.
Eagles in a zone, and Burns hits her own three to retie it up.
That's tough. You get a nice three-point shot, then you give up one on the other end.
14 points for Burns now. Vestal. Freimeyer drives in, gets open. She's going to get fouled, and that foul's going to go on Gleason.
That's going to be her
and that'll be her fourth. Yeah, big foul.
Yeah.
I
saw her on Freimeyer, and I was thinking Freimeyer needs to take her to the basket. And she did.
Coach looked down at the end of the bench and pulls in number 15, Worley, back into the game as Freimeyer makes her first free throw.
Most of theirs.
Sicarelli got the rebound. And guess who got fouled? She's going to go back to the line and shoot.
Eleanor Johnson. Tully's ball went halfway down and then popped out. Coach isn't very happy with Vestal.
He's on her. Johnson misses the first free throw. She turns around, had that look on her face. Gets ready for the second one and buries that one. 7 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. Eagles up by 3, 56-53. Burns with the ball for the Rams. Sicarelli look underneath from the far side. Now kicks it back up to Burns. Burns with a long three, no good. Fight for the rebound. We're going to have a foul call, and that's going to be on Johnson, her fourth foul.
Wow.
That's big.
She gives a thumbs up to the coach and says, I'm good, coach. I don't know if he's got much of a choice.
Not with 6:41 left and 20 rebounds and 20 points.
He's leaving her.
Freimeyer comes away with the ball for the Eagles. 3-on-1. Oh, and down goes Morley. Gets up slowly. Nice pass into Johnson. She gets fouled, and the ball falls off. Oh, it would have been big if it went in.
Yeah, there's a lot of strength to get that up there to the rim. They came right down across her arms.
Fourth team foul. At the line shooting 2, Johnson.
Not sure why Morley fell, but she took quite a fall.
Yeah. I was wondering if she was going to get up. She laid there for just a little bit.
Yeah. Johnson makes the first one for the Eagles.
I tell you, Coach has more guts than I do to keep Johnson in there. With 6.5 minutes to go.
Davis checks back in for Trice for the Rams. Johnson a chance to stretch this out to 5 points. And makes it. That may be the largest lead of the game there too, isn't it? Pretty close.
Okay, Ellie Johnson just left the court.
She'll be out for about 2 minutes if he can stand to take her out that long. Sicarilla. Lincoln Johnson came in for her for the Eagles. Shot put up and good by Fuller. Fuller with 8 points on the game now. Vestal for the Eagles. Hands it to Freimeyer. Freimeyer dribbles in. Loses control of it. Tully loses it, and then Worley comes away with it. She dribbles in, goes all the way, misses a shot, but she's going to be fouled.
Wow, just a lot of unforced errors. I mean, that was just a mishandle of the ball off the dribble.
Guess who's back? Guess who's back in the game?
Yeah, coach is going to play offensive defensive game here. Going to put Ellie in when they're going towards the offensive end.
Worley missed the first free throw. That's a big miss.
A lot of times you see that towards the end of a game with probably 2 minutes or so left. Coach is going to work on that early.
He told Lincoln Johnson to stay close. Second one is good by Worley. Full court pressure being applied now. Go ahead. There you go. Dribble. You've got it, Vestal. Go. To Tully. Tully, you're wide open. Take it. Good basket. Good job there by the Eagles to make that. Worley drives in, puts up a shot, and it falls in. Nobody playing defense.
Well, they drove into Ellie Johnson's area, and she just let her go by because she didn't want to pick up that
Johnson
foul.
wide open, loses control of it, grabs the back end, puts it up, misses, grabs her own rebound. She gets fouled. Burns on the foul. That'll be her first foul.
Foul number 24. Burns, her first personal. 15 fouls.
So Johnson will go to the line with 5:18 left, 2-point lead. Going after points 23 and 24. First one is up, good.
She's trying to stay ahead of her rebound total.
Yeah. That ain't easy. 21 rebounds, makes both free throws, and she'll check out. Sicarilla over to Worley, back to Sicarilla. Sicarilla back to Worley. Far corner to Burns. Burns comes back out top. Back to the corner now. Dribbles back up top to Sicarilla. Hands it to her. Back to Burns. Burns going to dribble in. Ball nearly stolen by Vestal. Sicarilla walked with it. No call. She misses her shot. Good rebound. And the foul's going to be on Sicarilla. That'll be her first foul of the game.
That's the 5th foul, so they're going to be shooting 2 for the rest of the game.
We like hearing that.
And that's great for us.
As long as we don't do another foul.
At the line shooting 2, Johnson.
So Johnson's going to the line.
We've shot 26 free throws so far in the game, and the Rams have only had 9.
Wow.
A huge difference. You're looking at a 15-point swing in points right there.
So Lakeney Johnson misses both free throws for the Eagles, and the Rams come away with it. Eagles with a 4-point lead with 4:45 left. Burns to Worley. Far corner, Fuller tries to drive. Good defense. Nice pass underneath to Worley, and she scores easily. Back comes Vestal. And Coach Arthur wants a timeout with 4:27 left. Eagles with a 2-point lead.
He's going to get Johnson back in the game for the offensive end free throws.
That's amazing right there. All right, it'll be Eagle ball. As the refs are discussing something with both coaches, with the scorekeepers.
If you look at Johnson, she has 24 points. She's a leading scorer for the game, and she has 21 rebounds for the Rams. Worley has 17 points for the game, and she's followed closely by Lexi Burns with 16. Lexi Burns is the outside shooter. She's been shooting pretty well from the three-point line. She's 4 for 7, just over 50%. Having a great game by Amy Tully. She has 19 points of 8 of 14 shooting and 3 of 6 from the three-point line. You know, you'll take that all the time.
How many rebounds does Ellie average in a game?
She averages about a little over 14.
Well, she's been driving up that average the last few games.
Yes, she has. It's gone up from about just over 12 to just over 14 now.
I'm not sure what this discussion is about, but they have figured it out, I guess.
All right, well, the referee has a smile on his face.
Score hadn't changed, and it's Eagles ball. Tully inbounds it to Vestal. Far side of half court. Brings it back across to Johnson. Back up to Tully to Vestal. Vestal's kind of been quiet in the second half shooting-wise. Inside to Johnson. Johnson spins, turns, shoots, buries it. Big basket at the 4:08 mark. Sicarilla back for the Rams to Worley. Back to Sicarilla. Far side to Burns.
She's going to have to be real careful. She has 4 fouls with just under 4 minutes left in the quarter.
Long shot, put up no good. Fight for the rebound. Worley loses it. Vestal for the Eagles comes away with it.
Yeah, 2 Rams were fighting for that rebound, and it got away from them. Vestal was right there on the spot to pick that off the ground.
Vestal on the spot, or is that Johnny on the spot? Foul called on Burns. That'll be her second one. They'll send Johnson to the line. I don't think you really want to send her to the line right now the way she's hitting her free throws. Well, have you got an issue over there?
Yeah, I'm down to 5%.
Is that brain power?
That means I don't have to work the next game and you do it all.
Oh, that's what you think.
Sit and watch.
I'm not saying nothing. I'm not going to say nothing because I'm guilty. Johnson gets ready for her second one. She's got 27 points and now 28 points. 66-60 lead for the Eagles. That's a big-time lead. Rams with the ball. Nice pass into Worley. Jans was on her, but she was able to shoot and score. Back comes Vestal with the ball for the Eagles. 4-point lead. Tully. Back to Freimeyer. Almost walked. Good thing the refs wasn't paying any attention. She drives in hard and she gets fouled. Burns on that foul. That's her second. Gleason's in the game with 4 fouls now, so I have to keep an eye on that one. It's Freimeyer at the line. Shoots and scores. Big one. 67-62, 5-point lead. Eliora Johnson checks back in. Freimeyer with the second free throw. Drills that one. 68-62, 5-point lead for the Eagles. Burns to Gleason. Gleason bounce pass to Worley. Worley goes hard, and we're going to have, that was close. Jantz on the foul for the Eagles.
Foul 22, Jantz, her third person.
So it'll be inbounded as that's the fourth team foul, so that's the good news out of that. 2:46, ball inbounded to Gleason, back up top. Burns now. Sicarilla back to Burns. We'll let you burn clock. Gleason drives in, goes hard, makes a nice little shot. Nice little scoop shot there. And that's her first points of the game for the leading scorer. So
Yeah, they know that once they get inside, Johnson is not going to do anything to keep them from making a basket. It's that outside defense that they've got to really be good on now.
Freimeyer tried to make a pass into Johnson, gets away. Vestal comes away with it. 9 on the shot clock. Back out to Freimeyer. She drives in hard, and the ball's going to go out of bounds with 4 seconds on the shot clock and belong to the Eagles. Vestal inbounds it. Big shot right here. Freimeyer with 4. She's going to let loose a long 3. Hits rim, no good. Worley comes away with rebound. 1:50 left. She crosses half court to Burns, to Benjamin, to Worley. Long 3, no good. Johnson with the rebound for the Eagles. Vestal bringing the ball up. Benjamin on her. We're going to have a timeout call by Coach Arthur and the Eagles with a minute.
Well, you got 96% on
Well, I
your
could have told
tablet,
you that.
So I'm good to go now. I can go for the next 2-3 games.
You think so?
Yeah, how many more we got tonight?
Well, we just got a minute 31 and then another 40 minutes.
All right. Well, we're having a little trouble getting into our offensive sets. We're coming down. Part of it we want to work the clock and the shot clock down, but at the same time we're not getting a good flow into the offense. So we need to do a little bit better with that. They're going to be pressuring us a lot now going down to this next 1.5 minutes of the game. And so it's going to be really important that we start hitting our free throws or continue hitting them. Right now we're at a 71, almost 72%, which is fine, and we'll take that. Anytime you're above 70, you're doing pretty well.
All right. Buzzer goes off. Both teams are coming back out on the floor. It's going to be Eagle basketball right here underneath us. Dribbles across the top, finds Johnson, and the ball's Johnson will go.
You're willing
under a minute
with
point lead, I would. Johnson now with 29, trying to make it 30 points on the afternoon, and she does. 22 rebounds, 30 points. That's a nice little stat line.
I've never had one of those.
Is that a quadruple double? Rams with the ball. Dribbling in is Burns, and there's going to be a foul called, and that's going to be on Tully, I believe. Yes, it is. Her third foul.
15 foul.
That'll send Burns to the line, who has 16 points. Shots up, makes it. It's in the air, and it's Freimeyer.
Would like to see when you have the ball on the offensive end and time's running down, you want to pull the ball out and slow it down, but I have no problem with Freimeyer taking that all the way to the hoop. Got a good possibility of getting fouled on that, plus it's a wide open layup. I'll take that. I'll take the point.
39 seconds, 6-point lead for the Eagles. Vestal with the ball, and she walked. Score and walk away. Fouls on Jantz. 4-point lead now. That's going to send Ciccarella to the line. She's only got 3 points. Actually 5 points now, and she puts up the shot and makes it. And we got a timeout called by the Rams with 34.7. 3-point lead for the Eagles. So that 6-point lead fell quickly.
It did, and that was a good inbounds play that the Rams ran. They did a back pick and opened up their player for easy 2 points. Actually, the ball was probably up on the rim by the time our defender got there, and she ran over well after the shot. fortunate they didn't call a foul plus after the shot.
After shot.
Yeah, and then they would have been on the line shooting too. But we have Nicole Gleason, number 30 for the Rams with 4 personal fouls, and Tommy Sanchez, number 10 for the Rams with 4 as well. For the Eagles, we have a couple of players that have 4. Eliora Johnson with 4, and Mackenzie Jan, she just picked up her 4th foul. Sure glad Amy Tully showed up on the scoring line tonight.
Yeah.
That big 19 points so far. That's really kept us in this game, and you know, you expect a big game from Johnson almost every night, and so it's great when you have somebody else that can come in and step up and help out Ellie Johnson in the scoring column. Looks like Coach Arthur called another timeout, trying to set up press break. You know that the Rams are going to be putting a lot of pressure on the ball. I would probably try to get the ball into Freymeyer's hands and see if she can get the ball.
Coach is drawing a play up for him down there. Got the clipboard out. They're all studying it intently.
As long as we make our free throws.
Yeah, because you think they're going to foul fairly quickly here.
As long as we can make those free throws and force the Rams to use the clock, it'll look good for us.
Be sure to join us next week. Game times 2 and 4 o'clock here at Pickens Springer Gymnasium. We'll love to have you come out.
Looks like we've advanced the ball to just over half
Yeah, you get
court.
it at half court at this point, so that really helps.
That does.
Got to get it in, throw it, and she waited 5 seconds.
Yeah.
That's going to turn over the Rams with 34 seconds left. 3-point lead for the Eagles.
That's not what the coach drew up on the sideline there. That's for sure.
Nobody came to her.
No.
Everybody Gleason gets triple teamed, and she gets fouled, and they finally call it.
Yeah, she got pushed by one of the players' legs. Just kind of gave her a knee and pushed her over.
On the line shooting 2, Vestal.
So Vestal to the line to shoot 2. .22 seconds left. Need these. Misses the first one. Can you see those little letters on that?
Yeah, she's an 83% free throw shooter as well.
Wow, we need this one. That'll give it a 4-point lead, 2 possession. Shots in the air and makes it. That's big. Sicarella gets it up court quickly to Sanchez. Back to Sicarella. She dribbles in, and Freimeyer steals it for the Eagles. Take your time. Don't get in a big hurry. And Tully gets fouled. And that foul's going to be on Gleason, and she has fouled out.
Yeah, with 6 seconds left in the game, up by
Foul number 30.
4.
Gleason. Perfect.
We're looking in really good shape here.
Gleason goes over and shakes Coach Arthur's hand.
You don't see that a lot in college play.
Tully with a big first free throw, 5-point lead with 6 seconds. Second one is good. So Tully with a great game here. She scores over 20 points for the game. Sicarella back up court quickly over to Worley. Long 3 put up, no good. Rebound by Johnson. That's going to be your game.
Are they going to count that rebound?
Yeah, she got it before it went off. I'm counting it. Are you going to count
Let's
it?
be sure Matt counts it.
Hey, Matt, make sure you count that rebound. He's down there putting it down. I see it. So that's your final. Eagles up on top by 6 points. Final score 75-69.
Going to have a really entertaining second game here against the Texas Wesleyan Rams, former #1 team in the nation. They won the NAIA Division I championship last year, and so they had a hard time coming in this first of the season. Had some bad losses, but they've been pulling it together. So we'll look forward to that. Let's run down some of our stats for the game we just concluded. The Lady Eagles pull out a 75-69 win against the Texas Wesleyan Rams. The Rams shot 42% from the field on 26 of 61 shooting. They were 40% from the three-point line, 8 of 20. From the free throw line, they shot 75% and 9 of 12. They had 30 rebounds, 19 offense, and 21. They were 28 of 38 for the free throw line. Shot a 73, almost 74%. They had 35 rebounds, 10 offensive, 25 defensive, 9 assists, 7 steals, 15 turnovers, and 1 block. The leading scorers for both teams, for the Rams, was Worley. She had 19 points, followed by 18 by Lexi Burns. See, Tommy Sanchez had 6 points. Felicia Fuller with 8. Kara Sakula with 6. Lashina Trice with 4 points. Nicole Gleason with 2. And Lorraine Benjamin with 2 for a total of 69. For the Eagles, led by leading scorer for the game, excuse me, was Ellie Johnson. She had 30 points. It goes along with their 23 rebounds. It's followed by Amy Tully with 21 points. She had a really good game. Dropping down quite a bit after the 21 is we dropped down to Kylie Vestal, our point guard. She had 8 points. Lycan Johnson had 5. McKenna Morley with 3. And Mackenzie Jans with 2 for a total of 75 points. Danny, I'm going to
take a break.
All right. Get my voice back.
Oh, you better get back.
Yeah, and we will look forward to a great
It could be a
game.
quiet second game. All right, so the Eagles close out the game on a win. That's going to send the Eagles to 9-13, 5-11 in the conference. The Rams will now be 7-16 and 5-10 on the conference. So a virtual tie between those two teams. We're going to call it quits here for about 15-20 minutes and be back with the men's game. We're glad you've joined us here at Southwestern Christian University, home of the Eagles. I've been Danny Nix, bringing you the play-by-play. Steve Davis doing the color, and we want to say a big thanks to Matt Stevens, who does all the communications for the athletics for the Eagles. So thanks for joining us. We'll be back here in about 15 minutes.